It starts quietly. A call begins to ring, and your whole body tightens before you can explain why. You watch the screen light up, waiting for the sound to fade, choosing the safety of the message over the pressure of a voice. You tell yourself you'll respond later when your thoughts feel clearer, when your heartbeat slows enough for your words to make sense. You rehearse every reply before sending it. You let calls slip into silence because they feel too sudden, too close, too revealing. You type sentences you could never speak out loud, shaping your feelings into something softer, something you can control. You choose pauses you can hold, not the ones someone else decides for you. This is the soft anxiety of people who think before they speak, who carry their voice gently because it was never held gently for them. You're not running from conversation. You're running from the fear of being unprepared, unheard, or misunderstood. But what happens when the comfort you choose begins to look like distance to the people waiting on the other side of the line? You answer instantly when it's a text, but a call makes your whole body pause. Your fingers know how to speak, but your voice feels slower, heavier, less certain. You type with clarity, but talk with hesitation. You rehearse sentences in your head long before you say them out loud. You replay conversations only after they end, rewriting every moment you wish had sounded different. Written words feel safer, softer, easier to hold. Spoken ones feel too sharp, too close, too quick. Your world often looks like a quiet room, lit by the pale glow of a screen. A phone rests beside you, always on silent, always face down when someone calls. The light from the window is low, slow, comforting. The air is soft. The shadows stay still. It is a place built for thinking before responding, for choosing your words instead of rushing them. In this space, you don't have to perform. You don't have to sound confident. You just have to type. Inside your mind, the dialogue is gentler than any sound your voice could make. I'll reply when I'm ready. I need a moment to find the right words. Calls are too sudden, too exposing. Each thought protects you from the pressure of immediate reactions. You're not running from people. You're running from the version of yourself that stumbles, pauses, gets overwhelmed. You prefer the distance that texting offers, not because you're cold, but because it gives you emotional precision. You can edit what you feel. You can soften your truth. You can avoid the cracks in your voice that say more than you want them to. A message lets you breathe between lines. A call gives you no shelter. And yet, the contradiction lives quietly inside you. You miss connection, but the idea of being fully heard in real time makes your chest tighten. You want closeness, but you fear misunderstanding more. You want to be known, but only in the version you can shape and control. You're not avoiding people, you're avoiding being misread, misheard, misplaced. You choose silence first because it feels safer than speaking. You choose texts because they carry the weight of your thoughts more gently than your voice ever could. Psychologists call this adaptive communication, a way of choosing space over speed so your voice can feel safe. It is not avoidance. It is protection. It is the simple need to think before you're heard, to breathe before you're expected to respond. Calls demand instant answers. Texts allow reflection. One feels like a spotlight, the other feels like shade. This pattern often begins quietly, long before you realize it. Maybe you grew up around people who interrupted you before you finished speaking, people who dismissed your words, corrected your tone, or made you feel small for sounding unsure. Maybe every time you tried to express yourself, someone talked over you. Or maybe the conversations around you were unpredictable. Voices rising, tones shifting, emotions turning sharp without warning. So you learn to choose silence. You learn to choose certainty. You learned that safety comes from control over your own voice. In real-time conversations, you fear being caught off guard, saying the wrong thing, sounding confused, revealing too much in the pause between your sentences. Every call carries the weight of real-time judgment, even if no one is judging you. Every ring feels like a sudden pull into a space where you don't get to shape how you're understood. But texts let you choose your timing, your tone, your truth. They let you craft clarity instead of scrambling for words you're not ready to say. Calls feel like bright lights. Texting feels like a dim lamp in a quiet room. A call is a stage where your voice stands alone. A text is a soft corner where your thoughts can breathe. Spoken words rush out. Written words settle. One exposes you.
There was a time when speaking felt risky, when being heard meant being corrected, criticized, or interrupted, when your voice felt too soft for the world around you. So you adapted. You found a way to be yourself without stepping into the noise. Texting wasn't just convenience, it was a refuge, a place where your thoughts could take their shape without pressure, a place where you didn't owe immediacy, a place where you could craft the version of yourself that felt true. What if texting became your refuge because speaking once felt unsafe? What if the quiet you protect now was built in a moment when you needed shelter more than conversation? Picture the scene. The screen glows softly in a dim room. Your face is lit by a blue-white light that makes everything feel calmer, quieter. A half-typed message sits waiting, not because you don't know what to say, but because you're giving your heart a moment to breathe. Your thumb hovers, pauses, edits, rewrites. Silence fills the space between your thoughts and your words, and in that stillness, you feel clarity returning. It's a ritual only you understand, a private pause, a soft gathering of courage, a moment where you choose honesty at your own pace. You were never shy. You were cautious. You were never distant. You were careful. You were never avoiding connection. You were protecting the parts of you that needed time to feel safe. You're not avoiding connection. You're choosing communication that feels kind. You're choosing the form of expression that allows your thoughts to settle before they're shared. Your quiet replies are not distance, they're care expressed gently. You're not cold, you're not detached. You're someone who wants to speak without shaking, someone who wants to be honest without rushing, someone who wants to connect without losing yourself. You give yourself time because no one else ever did. You give your feelings space because they were once dismissed, rushed, or misunderstood. You offer yourself patience in the one place you control, your written words. This isn't weakness. This isn't avoidance. This is self-protection wrapped in calm intention. Texting is your slow breath. It's the moment where your thoughts inhale and exhale without pressure. Calls feel like running, fast, exposed, unfiltered. Your voice is a soft river that needs space to flow, not a flood forced through a narrow channel. Silence is how your heart resets, how your mind prepares, how your emotions find steadiness again. There is nothing wrong with needing time to respond. There is nothing wrong with wanting clarity before sound. There is nothing wrong with choosing a form of communication that lets you stay gentle with yourself. You're not less expressive. You're more intentional. You're not less social. You're more reflective. You're not less available. You're just careful about how you're reached. One day, your voice may feel safe enough to speak without fear. One day, the ring of a call might feel like an invitation instead of a demand. One day, you may answer not because you must, but because you finally can. But until then, your quiet is not a flaw. It is a form of healing. It started with a quiet choice, and it still protects you. Not because you fear connection, but because you honor the way your mind moves, the way your feelings unfold, the way your voice finds its rhythm slower than others expect. You speak differently, not less. You communicate gently, not weakly. You express yourself in the spaces where you feel steady enough to be real. The room grows dim as the screen's glow softens. The phone rests in your hand. No urgency, no pressure. Just a quiet reminder of how you've learned to exist in the world without overwhelming yourself. The light fades slowly, settling into a calm darkness that feels almost comforting. The kind of darkness where thoughts can breathe. And maybe your quiet way of speaking has been your truth all along. If this sounds like you, your silence has never been emptiness. It has been intention, a language you learned to protect your voice long before anyone understood why. In the next story, we'll explore why some hearts feel safest from a distance. Stay soft, stay grown.